Jeffrey Dahmer, the Milwaukee Cannibal. Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer, infamously known as the Milwaukee Cannibal or the Milwaukee Monster, was one of the most disturbing serial killers in American history. Between 1978 and 1991, he brutally murdered 17 young men and boys, mostly in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, committing crimes that involved rape, dismemberment, necrophilia, and cannibalism. Dahmer was born in 1960 in West Allis, Wisconsin. His early life was marked by instability. His parents fought often, and he became increasingly isolated. As a child, he was fascinated with dead animals and would collect roadkill to dissect, foreshadowing his later horrors. By his teens, he had developed alcohol dependence, struggled with his sexuality, and began harboring violent fantasies. Physically, Dahmer appeared ordinary, soft-spoken, pale, with light brown hair and glasses. To neighbors, he was quiet and unremarkable. But beneath his calm exterior was a deeply disturbed mind. He lured victims, mostly young gay men of color, often poor or marginalized, to his home with promises of money or companionship. Once inside, Dahmer would drug his victims, strangle them, then engage in sexual acts with their corpses. He often dismembered the bodies, kept skulls and body parts as souvenirs, and even cooked and ate parts of some victims. His apartment became a personal morgue, complete with human remains stored in his refrigerator and freezer. Psychologically, Dahmer displayed traits of antisocial personality disorder and borderline personality disorder, but he was ruled legally sane. He admitted that he killed to satisfy his compulsions and to avoid being abandoned. He wanted to make his victims stay with him forever, even if that meant turning them into lifeless objects. He was caught in 1991, when one of his would-be victims, Tracy Edwards, escaped and led police back to Dahmer's apartment. What they found shocked the nation. Photos of dismembered bodies, human heads, and jars of preserved organs. Dahmer confessed in chilling detail and was sentenced to 15 life terms, 937 years, in prison. But in 1994, just 2 years after his trial, he was beaten to death by another inmate inside Columbia Correctional Institution in Wisconsin. His legacy is one of horror and tragedy. The case exposed how systemic racism and police negligence allowed him to target vulnerable communities with little interference. His story also raised questions about mental illness, sexuality, and the failure of law enforcement to act sooner.